Hello, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this new episode of Comicbaj. You know, we talk about comics from both Bangladesh and abroad in Comicbaj, and during this episode, we will be talking about a comic which we've all wanted to see. Today, we'll be talking about nothing other than JLA Avengers. Yes. This is a trade paperback collecting issues 1 to 4 of the limited series JLA Avengers. This particular version was released in 2008. It was a joint collaboration of DC and Marvel Comics. It costs around $20 and it's available on Amazon. So what is it that JLA Avengers has got? You know, it's the same thing that two worlds would come together, two would collide, the heroes would fight, battle it out in the battlegrounds, and then one would reign supreme or the other would lose, something like that. Here it follows the same formula. It's written by, I forgot to mention that, it was written by Kurt Busiek and drawn by the classic George Perez. So JLA Avengers shows that Krona from DC, of course, he is too ready to find out what happened before the beginning of creation, and he won't stop at anything. If he does not get an answer, you know that he would destroy that universe. So what happens is that he arrives at the Marvel universe and is about to destroy it when all of a sudden the Grandmaster appears, and he convinces, somehow becomes successful in convincing the Krona to enter a game where the Justice League from Krona's world would fight it out against the Avengers from Grandmaster's world. If Krona's team wins, then the Grandmaster would take him to Galactus, who would reveal to him what happened before the beginning of creation. However, if the Grandmaster's team wins, then Krona would of course spare Grandmaster's universe, that is the Marvel universe. And then the battle begins. Now, whether the Justice League wins or the Avengers wins, we don't know. You have to read that to find it out. And also, there are some fights which, you know, if one team loses, what happens to one world and what happens to the other? How would the same both universes? Yes, we want both universes to succeed, right? We want both of them to survive. Even though I'm wearing a Batman tee here, please don't be fooled by that. I want both the universes to survive. A project of this stature always involves so much attention to detail that you would have to know a lot about the universes, and you would have to find it out, read it with some concentration. I've always faced this challenge where so many characters are involved, and here, trust me, there are over 50 characters who are fighting it out against each other. Still, the biggest point here that I liked about this book is experiment with the panels and the diversity. See, they've got the normal panels here, and here's the two-page spread where they meet each other. The JLA and the Avengers meet for the first time. So it's very exciting. You get to see all the heroes in full colors, and so much attention is given to the details of each hero. And Kurt Busiek has done it previously, and he shows here why he's the master. He's got this amazing skills. As a writer, he's done it all the time. And so is the case with George Perez. His artwork is gorgeous. As you can see here, different types of panels with all the colors. If you're a fan, here it's in it's white here. That's because of the effect that they wanted to give here. Here it's coming back to the colors. There are some favorite moments which I would say you would remember for a long time. I remembered it when I had the single issues. It was only some years back that I got this collected edition. Like, for example, when at the end Superman needs to wield the hammer of Thor as well as Captain America's shield. In the end, there's a great ending, and you would have to see that. One of the better parts is that the fight between Thor and Superman. That is something which you will not forget. But speaking of other heroes, there is one part where Batman faces Captain America, they discuss stuff which is very important in the way the story unfolds. Here you can see their initial fight. It's very interesting, and the descriptions here are amazing, which would actually make you ponder, okay, what things are going on inside their minds and how do they react? And you realize that more or less they think along the same pattern. And there's also the case where they actually have the worlds colliding against each other, worlds getting superimposed one over the other, so they don't realize which world they're in. Sometimes they think they're in the world of the Avengers, sometimes they think they're in JLA's world, and it's overlapping. It's difficult. Sometimes you would see Superman from one era, like I remember there was this mullet Superman back in the 90s, and he's shown here as well, but in the very next panel or 2 panels later, 2 pages later, you would see Superman with the modern look. And so is the case with other heroes as well. So these things are amazing. The combination that they came up with and how they actually executed the plans were amazing. Having said that, that also itself is the challenge in reading this story. There are so many characters involved that you might get confused. You might need to reread it, so that is also its biggest challenge. And of course, at the end of the book, you have the cover gallery here, where you get to see the covers for all the 4 issues. This is one. Here you go, the second cover. The third one. And the 4th. And of course, at the end, there's this summary of the whole story. And at the beginning, you actually have introductions from both Marvel and DC side by Stan Lee and Julie Schwartz, respectively. And they do an amazing job here to come up with this project. They would tell you all the backstory behind it. But then again, this is a wonderful comic. If you are a fan, if you're a nerd, then you would of course want to read it anyways. You probably have read it anyways, but if you're a new reader, you still would want to, and this is a collector's item. This is not available currently on Amazon, I think. The new copies are not available, it might be the case. But the second-hand copies they charge a lot. The prices have scaled up, so you might need to check out online to find a new copy of it. Of course, you can go check the DC store and see whether it's available or not. So that was my review of JLA Avengers. I'm here to rate this, and I will be giving this 4 out of 5 stars. Yes, that good. Go get it if you have not already. That was my review of JLA Avengers. If you've liked this video, please like, comment or subscribe to our Comicbaj channel. And also, if you are listening to the radio, then please tune in to Colors 101.6 FM every Thursday between 7:30 and 8:30 p.m. to listen to our radio show Comicbaj. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Thank you.